I'm Ivan Light, author of Deadly Secret of the Lusitania, and I'm here to discuss Lotte Schlegel's favorite engraving, The Night, Death, and the Devil, an engraving completed by the German artist Albrecht Dürer in 1513. Now, Lotte is the heroine of the novel, and you may ask why a heroine of this novel would have such an engraving as one of her favorite works of art, sufficiently important to her that she puts a copy on her wall. Recall that Lotte's a young woman coming of age in the early 20th century. Her mother recommended that she study widely in European literature, and that European literature in the late 19th century contained a lot of very favorable treatments of chivalry and knighthood, often juxtaposed to unfavorable accounts of our commercial civilization. So the knights were full of glorious ideals, and we're full of mean and stingy aspirations for money. And that was the juxtaposition that they created at that time. Now, you find this in the works of Tennyson, you find it in Scott, the German opera Lohengrin by Richard Wagner would have had it. And Lotte, as a young German-American woman, well-educated, would have been familiar with this literature and might very well have been influenced by it, and would have also known the art that contained this masterpiece of engraving. A world-famous masterpiece, by the way, not simply famous in Germany, but understandably more famous in Germany than elsewhere in the world. So it's not at all implausible that Lotte Schlegel would have known about and would have this engraving, and would have been the kind of romantic idealist that she's depicted in the novel. It's also, of course, the case that Lotte's interest in chivalry and the engraving provide a foil, a device whereby she and Trevor can debate their divergent attitudes toward prudence and courage. Trevor makes fun of Lotte's romanticism. He says her knight, this knight, doesn't have an insurance policy, or he's wondering whether he's paid it up. He doesn't have a risk analysis, he has no exit strategy. He says that if he had such a pretty girlfriend as I have, he wouldn't be going out on this crazy mission. And all of these are ways for him, in a realistic sense, to make fun of her idealism. And it's part of their dialogue over the course of the book in which they overcome the principal schism and principal problems in their relationship. So it's important to the two of them that they have this dialogue, and the night, the death, and the devil sort of focuses the dialogue, their dialogue around this specific work of art. And finally, of course, it's a magnificent work of art that speaks as eloquently today of the true meaning of courage as it did when people first viewed it 500 years ago.